Hey guys, Rob here from the Off Your Tiny House. Just got a package in the mail. I'm gonna open it. It's pretty big and heavy. So let's go ahead and check this out. Sorry about the tripod. It's being a pain today. I just got it flipped up on its edge because of the contact information. I don't know exactly how this is packed, so I'm gonna kind of take it easy on opening this. Don't want to go right through it or anything like that. I got a good idea what this is though, and it came relatively fast, so there you go. Pretty large. I wasn't sure how big this thing was or how heavy it's supposed to be, but this was recommended by High Tech Guy 18 since he basically helped design my solar system and given me all kinds of help. I know Dave recommended me to get a Outback charge controller. I unfortunately didn't do that, Dave, on this one. This is like an off-brand, but it's the same one Stu has, who is building my system, and that way he can give me he can have a lot easier time helping me out if I need help with it, because he has the same charge controller as I do, and he pretty much knows his way around it. And the other reason I got this, I got a great discount. I got about $40 off, free shipping, and I only had to pay $20 in duty. Unbelievable. And this was something I was on the wish list. I was saving for. And we'll be going into the tiny house because I'll show you in a second. They really did a good job packaging this thing. I gotta admit that. Bubble wrap. Bubble wrap and tons of tape. And for those of you who don't know, a charge controller, especially one this good, this one is an actual MPPT charge controller. And what they do is they squeeze like an extra 30% of power out of your solar panels, and it's highly recommended for my area winter use, because in the winter time my little black PWMs that you saw me playing with in the power pack would be okay if you didn't have anything else, but in the winter time they probably don't produce for you, whereas this one will, even on the most overcast days, which is kind of nice. Alright, so finally If you guys remember watching my video, this is the guy I showed in the video. It is the EP-Ever MPPT Solar Charge Controller E-Tracer, and high efficiency energy harvesting with the MPPT algorithm, dual core ARM CPU plus DSP control architecture, multi-phase synchronous rectification tech, realizing peak conversion efficiency 98%, run data and event recording, high reliability including reverse connection and overcurrent protection, monitor software supplement and firmware update, extensive communication capabilities, and blah 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 blah. Right? You guys want me to open it? I'm sure you don't want me to read. See what is in here. Okay. So we have a baby CD. I still got a little bit of the sickness in me, guys. I got a, looks like a USB port and some kind of strange connection. So I'm guessing this is what connects to my computer to the device. I have a quality controlled certificate that they tested this thing, which is important. I have a manual, which I'll be breaking into before anything. Don't want to lose that stuff. And I wonder if this will lift up for me. Oh, wow. Okay. So, that is a massive heatsink and display board there. So here, I'll pull it out of the package. Unbelievable. Oh, this thing is heavy. Oh, heavy. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, good. I'll pull this plastic off the display. It's still cool because it is cold outside. Pretty crazy. So we have the PV, BAT. PV stands for your solar panels, positive, negative, battery negative, positive for the battery, and a ground. And 2 Phillips screws. This whole opening comes out so I can connect internally the wires, which is cool. I'm not sure what these holes are here. This is on a metal, I think that's metal, yeah. That's a metal frame bracket. There's the back of it. Still cool. As you can see, the frost there, or the condensation a little bit. Metal. Whole thing is quality. Huge heat sink. These fins are heat sink, guys, that helps get rid of the heat generated. It's a decent sized screen, and it has some lights here, a battery light, solar light, and an alarm light. And then here's all your menus, I guess, but I'm sure you can go in depth on the computer with it. Max input voltage, 150 volt DC. Max PV input power 800 watts at 12 volt, or 1600 watts at 24 volt. Max battery input current, 2400 watts at 36 volts, or, okay, no, I read that wrong. Max PV input power, 800 watts at 12 volts, 1600 watts at 24 volts, 2400 watts at 36 volts, 3200 watts at 48 volts. So it gives you all the way up to 48 volts combination with this thing. Okay, now max battery input current, 60 amps. So this will do 60 amps. Range of operation voltage, 8 to 72 volts DC. Operating temperature, minus 25 Celsius to plus 45 Celsius. Nominal voltage, 12, 24, 36, 48. Max input short current, 75 amps. Indoor use only. Cool. This looks like no joke. This is getting into the heavy duty solar. Now the plan with this one, guys, is he designed it so I'm gonna run my I'm gonna run 6 of my solar panels in series, not in parallel. So when you connect them in series, the voltage goes up. So I'm gonna put the max. This thing will only run my 6 panels, as far as I know, maximum. Maybe squeeze in one more panel, and that will feed the battery bank, which I can expand later. So that's only using 6 of my 20 panels, guys. So obviously I'll need more of these and more batteries, but this is my very first one. I want to thank High Tech Guy 18 Stu recommending this, and then he can go, if you guys have any questions, better to ask him than me at this point until I hit the manual. This was expensive. This was about as much as my camera that you're watching me on. But definitely not a beginner rig, and I'm still claiming to be a beginner, so that's why I got people out there helping me out. But I kind of showed him the wiring. We go back and forth between each other, and we're able to, get things done. Now I'm gonna tilt you up a little bit because my damn tripod is acting funny on me. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this guy in the box. I have a screwdriver in here. Yes, I do. Right up here. It's not a Phillips, but it's a straight. It's what I was using on, it'll work. It's what I was using on the other charge controllers. And I'm just going to, if I tilt this up a tiny bit, you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to take this blue cover off and show you the terminal connections of where all the wiring goes for this thing. Ugh. Okay, that one doesn't want to come out. Okay, there we go. That one did not want to come out for a little bit. So, first time checking on this thing. Now this is metal. I'm pretty much grounded, so I don't want to short anything. Because sometimes you generate static electricity. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Oh, we found out where those connections go and where those holes go. So we got multiple connection points here for those wires and USB cord that I showed you guys. So I'll have to read up on that. it says it needs a lithium button cell in here, and I think I have one of those from the Dollar Tree I can put in there. And then large terminal block, guys. Can you guys see that okay? Okay, so you got your positives on the outside, negatives on the inside, large terminals. You shove the wire in, screw down, and then that covers that. There is the part where I add a pretty round, it's a pretty large round cell button battery. And then, like I said, I guess we found our connections here to monitor and hook up to the computer. And then we just have a ground on the outside. So I'm going to put this thing back on and tighten these screws back up. Okay. If I can see, get the screws aligned. There we go. But this is no joke, quality looking charge controller, and High-Tech Guy 18 hasn't steered me wrong yet, so got full faith in him. And if you guys have any solar questions for him, throw them in the comments. Just ask for Stu or High-Tech Guy 18, either one. I call him Stu because I know him now. But I'm definitely going to hit the manual. And I wanted to get to the tiny house today. However, I was locked out of the tiny house and didn't have any hot water with me. The wonderful things about having padlocks on the outside of your tiny house is, in this cold weather, they don't cooperate. If it rains or snows and then gets cold, normally they freeze. And then if you head over there to do some work and don't have anything to thaw out the locks with, then you're done. So I may have to start remembering to bring a large thermos full of hot water with me every time or something, because I did want to go there today, do some filming, and take the propane cylinder and refill it for, I think it's like $18. It's really cheap, guys, and you guys saw how long that thing lasted. Until I'm set up for my actual large propane tanks, which I would love to have hooked up, and see how long those things last compared to my little barbecue cylinder. So awesome. I will do more updates on this thing as we get going here, but that's it for now, guys. So hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. All right.